Hey guys, it's Star the Flippin' Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin' Hippos. Today we're going to talk about the hottest topic in the reselling community right now. Yesterday, eBay dropped their 2019 early seller update, and it has been a very hot topic. It is spreading like wildfire through all the Facebook groups, on Instagram. A lot of the other YouTubers have already dropped their videos on the update. So what I want to do with you guys is share my screen and go through the update with you guys, read a little bit of it, summarize a little bit of it, and then we'll come back to my face and we will touch upon each point, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on it and in some cases my unpopular opinion. But before we move further, I would like to say this is the mildest update we have seen in a long time. And it does have a lot of really good, really positive changes in there for sellers. You guys remember in 2018, it got to the point when we knew a seller update was coming out. We were anticipating that with dread, like, oh no, what are they doing next? The changes in 2018 were pretty astounding. Some of them, for lack of a better word, were devastating. I know that's a little dramatic. But 2018 saw a lot of changes that made a lot of sellers unhappy. And eBay even went back and reneged on some of them. They took back the 14-day wait period for sales and stuff. So 2018 was a really harsh year. This is a very mild update, and it does have a lot of positive changes in it that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to utilize in our business. The most talked about change is the good till canceled listings, and we'll get into that. I have a probably very unpopular opinion about it, but we'll talk about that at the end. I'm going to save that one for the end because it is probably the most controversial. I'm going to put the link to the seller update in the description box for you guys. However, you should have all gotten it in your messages from eBay yesterday. They dropped it early in the morning. The link was broken, so they took it back, and then they redropped it. I think it was around 3 p.m. Eastern time. We were in the midst of shipping when it dropped, so I think it was around 3. So anyways, let's look at my screen, guys, and I'll be right back to give you my thoughts. Here we are at the 2019 early seller update, guys. eBay says they're planning on the regular spring seller update for late April, but they're giving us this limited update now, so we will all be able to start taking advantage of the new features, the seller hub enhancements, and listing updates that will help us run our business better. So what do we need to know? These bullets right here are the changes that are happening with this update. We will be able to send offers to buyers with the new feature. We'll be able to edit our active listings directly in the Seller Hub. We're going to be able to download the orders report directly in the Seller Hub. The listing duration for all fixed price listings will be good till canceled. We'll be able to provide item specifics to list items without the eBay catalog. Automatic updates of new other condition listings. Terapeak subscription is now available on eBay, and state sales tax requirement update. So let's just go down through each one and briefly summarize them. The offer to buyers feature available in Seller Hub. So starting in March, an offer to buyers feature will be right in the Seller Hub, and it's going to enable us to send offers to buyers for some of our listings. You're going to be able to target buyers who are interested in your items. The new offers to buyers features may help you increase your conversion rate. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be on our Seller Hub. You're going to see this offer to buyers. You're going to be able to click that to view your eligible listings. Your listing does not need to include best offer to be eligible to send offers to buyers. They're looking for ways to increase the number of sellers that can take advantage of the offer to buyers features over time. So you'll be able to go to your active listings page in the Seller Hub, select offers to buyers, and click eligible for offers. After you send the offer, you're going to see that the offer was sent next to the listing, and then you can view each page of your active listings to see all eligible listings. So it's going to show up right there on the listing that it's eligible, and it's going to be on the Seller Hub where you can click offers to buyers to see all of the eligible items. Buyers who receive the offer will be notified that other buyers can still buy the item and that they should take advantage while they can. They will have 48 hours for them to contemplate whether or not they want to take advantage of your offer. And they can opt out of receiving offers by changing their communication preferences. They are going to have an update on the Seller Hub that allows you to edit your active listings directly in the Seller Hub. Sellers have been asking for this for a while. So now you will be able to edit price, quantity, and custom labels for all listings right from the active listing pages. To try out the new feature, you hover over the price, quantity, or the custom label and click the pencil icon to add or edit. So that's a pretty nifty one. They'll be adding the ability to quickly and easily add best offer to multiple listings in your active listing tabs in Seller Hub. Easily access and download the order report in Seller Hub. So this one's pretty cool. Starting in March 2019, you will be able to easily access and quickly down an orders report directly to your computer from the Manage Orders page. So this is really going to help us with our books, with taxes, with accounting. The listing duration for all fixed price listings will be good till canceled. Starting in mid-March 2019, all new fixed priced listings on eBay will be GTC. Any that are already existing, they will run their duration, and at the end they will relist themselves as GTC. These listings will renew automatically every 30 days unless your item sells. They will be charging an insertion fee every 30-day period. They will also count towards your monthly zero insertion fee listings, the ones you get with your store subscription. Fee amounts are based on the terms in effect when the listing goes live and when it renews. So your items will all renew themselves every 30 days and you'll be charged accordingly. You can take advantage of the out of stock feature. So if your listing reaches a quantity of 0, it will show as out of stock to buyers. This allows your listing to retain its purchase and search history so that when you replenish your stock, buyers can easily find your listing. So that's really good for people who sell multiple quantity items. Now we're down to the inventory optimization. They are making it easier for you to take advantage of product-based shopping. So in 2018, they introduced the product-based shopping, which helped buyers find your items quickly and easily. But organizing the world's largest catalog is a massive undertaking. So building on the work that we've already helped them to complete, they are simplifying things to allow us to optimize our listing for product-based shopping by simply providing complete and accurate item specifics when you list. Accurate item specifics allow them to monitor which elements are most important to buyers within the shopping experience. Again, I'm not going to read everything here. You guys can read it yourselves. The new other item condition label and definition updates will start soon. So in August of 2018, they announced that they're going to update the new other item condition starting in October. They delayed that update to allow sellers to focus on the prime holiday selling season. So now, during the next few months, they will start automatically updating existing listings in electronics, home and garden, health and beauty, and musical instruments that currently have a new other item label to an open box label. This will apply to items that are in excellent, like new condition with no wear. So the item may be missing the original packaging or protective wrapping, or it may be in the original packaging but not sealed. So you will be able to now put new open box instead of new other. Terapeak's eBay Insights tool will be free to basic and above store subscriptions. So starting in March, Terapeak, which is a tool that uses supply, demand, and pricing data to help you determine what to sell, when to sell it, and at what price, will be free to basic and above eBay store subscriptions. In mid-March, eligible sellers will begin receiving email invitations to use Terapeak for free. The starter store subscribers and non-store sellers can subscribe to Terapeak on a monthly or yearly basis, just like we all could before. But now if you have the basic store or above, you can get Terapeak for free. And then they have a state sales tax requirement update. In October of 2018, they announced that several states passed laws requiring eBay to collect sales tax on taxable items. So eBay will be calculating, collecting, and remitting the sales tax on our behalf and not charging a fee for this function. Most states will require eBay to collect sales tax later this year, and you can find current information about these states on their help page. Starting in March of 2019, their new orders report will itemize how much tax eBay collected and remitted for transactions in market responsibility states. They will apply state sales tax to items sold on eBay based on each state's unique tax requirements, and you can always contact them if you believe sales tax was ever applied in error. For more information on eBay's tax policy and our obligations, we can see their tax policy and user agreement. Hey guys, so I'm just going to go over each of those bullet points at the top of what you need to know and just kind of give you my thoughts and feelings on each one. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'm going to try to go through this pretty fast. Sending offers to buyers is amazing. I am so excited about that. You guys know that it kind of rolled out last year and we had the ability to send out some offers, but you had to go in a roundabout way to get to the list, and even when you refreshed it, you hardly got any items you could do offers on. So this is amazing. You're going to go right to your seller hub and be able to send offers to your buyers. This is amazing. You guys know that we also cross-post on Poshmark, and I would say 90% of our sales on Poshmark, or more maybe, come from offers to likers. So having this feature on eBay, I am super excited about. I think that if we all manage to rework our schedules a little bit, even if it's only once a week that you can sit down for 20 minutes and do these offers on eBay, we will definitely see our sales increase. I do them twice a week on Poshmark and the results are amazing. So I'm really super excited that we're going to have this ability on eBay. The only drawback is we're going to have to retrain the eBay buyers, basically. Buyers on Poshmark are trained for those offers. They will like your items. They understand our items are priced a little bit higher because they expect those offers. Posh buyers expect offers, that the whole system is based around that. So it will just take some time for eBay buyers to start getting used to that and looking for those. But I mean, clearly it's not going to take that long. When buyers are offered a lower price than the listing price, personally, they like it. They think it's amazing. It's a deal just for them. They're going to buy. We're all going to see our sales increase. So I'm super, super stoked about the offers. Being able to edit our active listings directly in Seller Hub, amazing. Again, it just saves a couple of steps for us, a couple of clicks, a couple of going to different screens or opening new tabs. We'll just go right to our Seller Hub and we'll be able to edit stuff. I really am excited about that one as well. Being able to download the orders report directly in the Seller Hub, that's going to be, again, just saving us a step and making things much, much easier for us when we go to do our books. And I want to go ahead and jump to the bottom of the list and talk briefly about the state sales tax. I am so excited, you guys. That is going to make everybody's lives so much easier. eBay is going to charge sales tax when it's applicable for us and then give us a report showing how much they charged. And they're doing this for free. They're not charging us a fee. So you don't have to even worry about it. You remember last year when it first was announced that they were going to vote on the sales tax on online sales and everybody was freaking out. It was going to be the end of the world. It was going to cause so much work for everybody and so much book work and stuff. No, it's not. That's why I'm so excited about this. This is probably the thing I'm most stoked about in this update, other than the offers. The offers are pretty exciting, but the fact that eBay is going to take care of all that sales tax from state to state to state for me, and I don't have to do anything, and then I get a report at the end of the year showing how much sales tax went where. Thank you, eBay. That is an amazing part of this update. That was what we had all hoped last year when the whole tax thing started and all the conversations happened. We all hoped that they would implement a system that did this for us, and they did. So thank you, eBay. Okay, we're going to skip the GTC and talk about that last. Providing item specifics to list items without the eBay catalog. Again, I think this is just another piece of this update that's going to simplify things for us as sellers and make our lives a little bit easier when we're listing. If you watched my video I came out with yesterday, the ABCs of eBay listing, I did touch upon the item specifics in your listing, and I did tell you guys it is so super important to be filling out those item specifics. You need to be as complete as you can and put as much information as you can, and this was very true even before this update. Having those item specifics is so important, and now it's going to be more important than ever because you're going to be filling those out for eBay to itemize your listings for the buyers. So make sure that you guys are doing that. I don't know if you've ever heard of the expression called stepping, but when you repeat information in your listing from the title through the item specifics to the description, such as boot cut, dark wash, button front, flip cuff, when those things keep getting repeated and they're put in those item specifics, it's called stepping, and it really, really helps your listing as far as the search algorithm and your buyers finding that item. But like I just said, it's more important than ever before because now eBay is using that to help your buyers find your items. Automatic updates of new other condition listings. So if you already have listings with the new other, eBay system is going to automatically update that to the new open box for you. And then moving forward, we will no longer have that new other option on the categories I mentioned, like the electronics, makeup, and was it health and beauty? I want to say makeup. It was health and beauty, but I read that little part too. So specific categories, it will be new open box. So really nothing is changing there. It's just the wording from new other to new open box. And you'll still have your description box to tell your buyer exactly what they're getting and let them know if the box is crushed, if the cellophane is torn, whatever the condition is of your item, you can be specific with your buyer and disclose any flaws. The Terapeak subscription, I'm pretty excited about. I have never used Terapeak personally, and neither has Keith. We've never had Terapeak for our business because it was an additional fee, and we were never sure if it was worth the additional fee. I will tell you that I do know other resellers who use Terapeak. I have seen photo shots of the back end of Terapeak that resellers have shared in Facebook groups. They always looked really intriguing, really cool. It's always like something like, oh, that would be something I would use for my business if it weren't so expensive. Terapeak was just always, it was always a tool that I thought was neat that could be useful in the eBay business, but I never knew if the cost justified it. And Keith and I always take that into account when we get anything for our business. The amount that we're going to use it and what it adds to our business has to be justified for that price. And we never quite knew if Terapeak was, but we knew it was a pretty cool tool. And now, you know, because we have a subscription with eBay for a store, we'll be able to utilize it for free. So I'm pretty excited about that. I would absolutely recommend everyone who gets the invite, if you have a basic store or above, to go ahead and utilize it. I mean, if it's free, why not? Utilize all the free tools that you can get to make your business better, make more sales, make your life easier, make things run more smoothly. Absolutely, if it's free, everybody should be using it. It's, you know, hey, here's a new tool. It's not going to cost you anything. So out of the bullets here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets. So far, 7 of them I've talked about, and I'm pretty excited. Pretty positive updates, pretty amazing things in store for us as sellers. Now we're getting down to the good till canceled. Let me just say before I tell you how I feel about it, I know that there are a lot of sellers out there who already use good till canceled, always have used it, never saw a reason not to use it, and those are the people that I see saying, oh, it's not a big deal, get over yourself, learn how to do it. Just take 1 second, guys, and have some empathy. Take 1 second to step back and think, and to walk in the shoes of those of us that love 30-day listings and do not like the good till canceled and have always done 30-day listings. What if the shoe was on the other foot? What if they took away good till canceled and told everyone now we had to do 30-day listings? You guys would be pretty upset. You guys would be having discussions and debates on how you're going to implement this change in your business model, how you're going to move forward and change how you do things as far as listing. I don't think that a lot of people really hate this update of the good till canceled. I don't think a lot of people are that negative about it, but it is a big change for a lot of us, and it requires us to rethink how we do things. So if you're one of the folks that has always done good till canceled, and you're out there telling people to get over it, get over themselves, oh, it's not a big deal, just take 1 second to think, what if the shoe was on the other foot? And suddenly you were faced with having to do 30-day listings, and everything that you do and everything that you're used to and your entire way of working was being changed, it would be a pretty big deal to you. So just kind of try to have some empathy. We have always done 30-day. I have videos all the way back to when I first started on YouTube, why we preferred 30-day over good till canceled and why we don't like it. Good till canceled has always been a very good, very viable option for folks who sell those multiple quantity items. Absolutely. For people who sell used clothing and a lot of one-offs, it never really was. That said, we are going to have to do it. I mean, I've said this before a million times, you guys. It's eBay sandbox. So if you want to play in it, you got to follow by their rules. And when they throw wrenches into your system, you've just got to figure out how to roll with it, how to work with it, how to move forward and do things differently. The only thing I really don't like is that I'm going to have to babysit my listings. Keith and I are not about to change our entire business model because of one small update. We currently list our items really high. You guys know that. We start really high with best offer and we run sales. Every 30 days, when our items end, they would go to the unsolds. And at our leisure, we could go into the unsolds and look at them and decide what we wanted to do. The majority of the items would get sold similar back into our store, 5% lower than it was before, so that every month our items were being lowered by 5%. But we could do it at our leisure. If we were out Sunday sourcing all day and spending time with family and 150 of our listings ended, they would go to the unsolds and they would sit there and wait until one or both of us could look at them and decide what we wanted to do. Some of our listings get moved to auction to liquidate. Some of our listings don't get their prices lowered. Things like that really fancy Robert Graham new with tags shirt we had. That would have stayed at the starting price for a couple of months before we would have even lowered at 5%. And that's why I liked 30-day. Whenever something would end, it would go to those unsolds where it would sit and wait for me or for Keith to decide on our own what we were going to do. Now, when things end, they're automatically renewed. So, say we are busy. Say it's a busy weekend. Say Saturday we're out yard selling all day. And then Sunday we go sourcing. And just say we have a really super busy weekend. Come Monday morning, anything that ended from Saturday morning through Sunday evening just automatically renewed itself. And I didn't have a chance to look at it or tweak it. Now, if I want to end it and relist it, we're paying basically double for that listing. So I'm not a fan because I feel like we're going to have to babysit our account. We're going to have to watch it like hawks. And anything that's coming up to its, end of 30 days before it's automatically renewed, we're going to have to manually end. So that's the basic gist of why I don't like it. I just feel like I have to babysit my account now and watch it like a hawk, whereas it used to just be it would end and go to the unsolds, and it would be there for me whenever I was ready to work on it. So that's just the one thing we're going to have to change. Instead of just letting stuff end and sit in the unsolds, we are going to have to start watching our account a little bit more closely, our store a little bit more closely, and babysitting it, basically. The positive side of this is when it's not the weekends, when we're not super duper busy, you guys, throughout the week, Monday through Friday, the first thing I do every morning is I get a cup of coffee, I sit down at my laptop, and I go through the unsolds and sell similar the items I want back in the store, move stuff to auction, lower prices, whatever I do with those listings. So now I will get my cup of coffee, sit down at the laptop, and go to my seller hub and find anything ending today, manually end them and go through them and lower prices and relist them. So that's not really going to change. Whether I sit down with my cup of coffee and go to unsolds, or sit down with my cup of coffee and manually end everything that's going to end today or for the next 24 hours, that's not really different. I mean, it's going to be the same amount of time. It's just that I'm going to have to manually end and make sure that I watch very closely for the next anything ending in the next 24 hours. I'm going to have to manually end so that nothing automatically relists itself or renews the next morning before I'm awake and sitting at my laptop. So that's not going to be too difficult of a change. It's not really going to change my routine. But the weekends is what I'm concerned about. So maybe on Fridays I have to manually end everything that would end from Friday morning through Sunday night. That's just going to have to be something we need to think about. And it's not a really big inconvenience. It's not a big deal. It's not detrimental. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying. It's annoying. I have to babysit my listings. I have to manually end them, and if I don't catch them in time and they renew themselves. So, like I said, it's just an annoyance, more so than like a bad thing, but I think for some sellers, it's going to be a bad thing. There are still people who work outside of the home. There are still hobby sellers, people who don't have time to babysit their accounts and check them every day. And unfortunately for those people, their items are just going to keep renewing themselves. And anything that they had wanted to tweak or maybe end and not sell at all, just going to renew, and they're going to be charged for that. So, I mean, it could be bad for some people who don't do this full time and don't have the time to babysit. For those of you that have always used Good Till Canceled, or, you know, maybe you did half and half or whatever, it's probably not even a big deal for you. It's not going to change anything for you. But like I said, for those of us that didn't use it, it's a change. So just try to be aware of that and, you know, be a little bit nicer to people and be empathetic. Not everyone runs their business the same. So if you're someone who's always done Good Till Canceled and you don't understand why people are upset and you think it's no big deal and people need to get over themselves, not everybody runs their business the same way you do. We're all different. So, you know, just try to be nice to one another. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below or join our Facebook group. The link to that is in the description box below or on the banner on our main page on our YouTube channel. There's a little link on the banner. You can go straight to the Facebook group or just use the link down below. There's a lot of really good discussions going on in there as far as the Good Till Canceled debate and just about the update in general. There's a lot of knowledgeable folks in that group having some, like I said, really great conversations and talking about it. So if you have questions or you just want to have a sounding board or talk about it or get involved in a debate, go ahead and join the group and jump on in. Everyone is welcome, and like I said, there's a lot of really knowledgeable people in there talking about stuff. Do me a favor before you leave, smash that like button, you guys. It always helps our channel. If you haven't already, you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, you guys have a good night.